What's up, World Breaker? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the 3 key mindset shifts you can make to double your sales and get twice as many clients. The farther I get in business, the more it becomes clear that mindset is everything. The reason you don't have what you want right now is because you don't believe it's possible, and everything you have right now is a result of your past beliefs. So I don't know if you know this, but I run a program called EA for Clients where I coach entrepreneurs like you to create signature services and book out those services completely so that they can make a consistent full-time income from their business. Now, we've had more than 150 students go through this course, and through the last year or two, I've been able to see a few patterns in the entrepreneurs who are successful and those who struggle a little bit more. It's not about your God-given talent. It's not about being cut out for success. It's not about how much money or resources you have. Resourcefulness is more important than resources, by the way. It's not about how old you are, how young you are. It's not about where you live or your first language. It has nothing to do with any of those things. The people who are more successful are those who get in the right mindset. And specifically, there are 3 mindset shifts that they're able to make in order to start getting those clients coming to them on a regular basis and truly becoming a boss of their own business. And that brings me to our first mindset shift, which is become a boss, not a freelancer. There is a massive difference between the mindset of someone who is freelancing or basically just being reactive to what gigs are coming their way and competing for opportunities versus a boss who is running their own business, deciding what services or products they're going to offer and selling those products and growing that business. Huge, massive difference. We all start off, or most of us start off as freelancers, but at a certain point, once you realize what industry you want to get into, you need to transition from being a freelancer to being a boss. This is going to require that you decide how your business is run, not your clients, that you decide in advance who you want to work with, not react to the opportunities out there, and that you create a signature offer that you're going to sell again and again and again, rather than creating custom proposals or customizing your services to the client. I know that sounds crazy, but it actually helps you to get more clients at higher price points and get more work done in less time. So it's a pretty great mindset shift to make. So do you need to decide that you're a boss? If so, I want you to put boss in the comments below. That's going to be your first step towards making this mindset shift. The second mindset shift you've got to make is to start seeing selling as service. Here's what happens to a lot of my students and other entrepreneurs. They create a service, they go through the process that I talked about in step number 1, they start seeing themselves as a boss instead of a freelancer. And then when it comes to actually asking for money for what they do, they freak the F out. A lot of unresolved worries about unworthiness and money and limiting beliefs come into play here. The big thing is seeing selling as a negative versus a positive. I view selling as adding a net benefit to the world as a whole, and I always view selling as a win-win situation for me and my client. Ultimately, I'm helping the person to get a result they desire, and there's a price tag on that. And one thing I really want you to remember is that people who pay to play get better results than freebie chasers. I've had people who have watched my videos and consumed my content for years and have never taken any steps forward or made progress because they've never invested in themselves. Now, I'm not saying that they need to invest with me, but I can see that this has become a pattern of I want more and more and more free content, and that's fine. And I love creating free content and making my trainings accessible to people. However, until you really step up and make an investment, there's only so far you're gonna go. No business owner has made it without ever investing in themselves. By charging good prices for what you do, you are being of service to your client. You're gonna do better work, your client's gonna respect you more, and everybody's going to get a better result in the end. Now, if you're still struggling with this, that means we need to address mindset shift number 3, which is viewing money as limitless. We are in a universe of limitless abundance, and if you're feeling like you're stealing from people people by asking them to pay for what you do, you have a lack mentality. Totally fine. I also fall into this from time to time. There is truly no limit to how much money exists in the world. The only limit is the limit you're putting on yourself. Now, this one's really hard sometimes because we've been so ingrained in the, trading hours for dollars scheme and viewing it as having a cap on your income. And it's just not true. The biggest step here is to step out of that trading hours for dollars or looking at your prices as an hourly wage situation. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you do coaching, and in your coaching package, you have a monthly call with people for 3 months. So that's 3 calls, 3 hours of calls. And you decide that you're gonna base your pricing around the fact that there's 3 hours of calls that person is paying for. And you think, well, I can only really charge $100 an hour. So the max amount I can charge for my 3-month coaching program is $300. When you price your services based on the hours of work, you are doing yourself and your clients a massive disservice. Instead, you need to look at pricing based on the value that you're creating for someone, which also means that you can add other elements to your services other than just those hourly calls. Because let's face it, there's also prep time and post-call time and organization and administrative work that has to happen to make those calls happen as well. But in order to get somebody to pay you for that, they don't care how many hours you're spending prepping for the call. What they want to know is, what is the net benefit to them? In other words, what is their return on investment? This doesn't necessarily have to be financial. However, I'm going to challenge you if you think that your services don't have a financial benefit, even if it's not a direct benefit. But also think about the other benefits of your service. How is your client's life or business going to change as a result of working with you? And what is that worth to them? Now, these 3 mindset shifts are going to get you willing to take the actions you need to take in order to get results. So once you've made the mindset shifts, then it's time to get your butt in gear and start taking action. Now, I've actually got a really great freebie for you, which is a checklist of 64 actions that you can take to start booking more clients and book out your business. So if you'd like to grab your copy of that, just go ahead and scroll down to the description box below this video and grab your copy. I would love to know which one of these mindset shifts is the most important for you. I already said if you need to start seeing yourself as a boss instead of a freelancer, write boss in the comments. But I'd also love to know, do you need to start seeing selling as service? Well, then I'd love you to write selling is service in the comments. Let's create an affirmation around that. And if you need to start seeing money as limitless, why don't you write that in the comments below? I can't wait to cheer you on, and don't forget that if you like this video, to subscribe to my channel because I publish videos like this one every single week for you. Go ahead and hit the bell so you'll get notified when the next video comes live. And finally, please hit that like button so that you can tell YouTube that this video was amazing. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you next time.